Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Straight Talk with your host Firas Al Masaddi. I'm really excited this time to share with you a unique piece of content that can relate to both sellers and landlords in the real estate market on one side, and on the other side, real estate agents who aspire to transition their career into the resale and the leasing market. So stay with me. So let's start by establishing that there are so many moving parts to doing a resale transaction or a leasing transaction as compared to off-plan. And many people don't understand this because they don't see it from the surface. So here's a quick snap of this. So these are the different aspects. So number one is the CRM. How secure the data is, how many entities, external entities actually have access to your CRM, how much your CRM allows you to function and to operate efficiently as an agent, how many features are there for you as an agent, and how many features are there for your client as well, especially when it comes to property management. So CRM is really important. It's not like off-plan. Many people don't perform in the secondary market and they are literally almost lost in this market because they don't know that the other side is very greener. When you go to a company that is very well established in the secondary market, your performance will be completely different because also there will be a leadership to guide you. And that brings me to number two, which is basically leadership. So leadership is really important because when the leadership sees an opportunity, they're gonna cascade that opportunity to their team members and to their workforce, as well as they will make all the resources needed available for everyone in the company. So leadership is really important, and what the leadership sees. Property management is very important. You need to have a differentiating edge as a property management. Yes, many companies claim to have property management, but how many units you have, how many projects you handle, how many buildings you are managing, what sort of resources you have in your property management. If you bring a client in to your property management, if you met an institutional client, how much that property management department can handle, what is the capacity of the CRM of the property management department, what mobile applications your PM has to offer to even tenants. So for example, we have something called Fan Fix It, a mobile application where tenants can report problems immediately to our maintenance department. So I think we're now at number four, holiday homes. Holiday homes is an essential part, is an integral part of the real estate market in Dubai today. I think many units that we're renting as holiday homes are going back to long-term rent, and you need to have the holiday home expertise in order for you to operate fully furnished apartments. You need to have well-established contacts in the market. So we have Fam Living, which is the holiday home arm of Fam Properties. We operate over 250 properties today. In terms of holiday homes, of course, we're doing weekly, monthly. We have well-established contacts with corporates in the markets. We are accommodating their seconded staff who are actually residing in Dubai at the moment. So there's a lot to it as well. Then let's talk about engineered snagging and inspection. This is really important. And actually, this is the norm in mature markets. If you go to England, you want to buy a house or a property, the first thing you do is you send an engineering surveyor to survey the property from an engineering standpoint. And this is really important. Whether you are dealing with a client or whether you are as a client about to take handover of your property, you have to make sure that the developer has done their best to hand over to you the property in the best shape possible and as per the SPA that you signed at the time you've made your down payment or at the time you've paid for the property. So all of this is covered under engineered snagging and inspection. It gives you an edge as an agent when you tell your client that we have engineers who use thermographic imaging, who would give you actually a proper professional report. All of this is cash on the table for agents who want to transition to the secondary market. Again, we look at sales progression department. As an agent, your time is the biggest asset you have. So once you've done your sales deal and you had the buyer and the seller agreeing on price and timeline, what do? Do you have to put so much time into the admin work, or you can just give it to a sales progression department in your company who would take the transaction to closure all the way to the transfer date at the Dubai Land Department and ensure that they provide your clients with the best customer service possible. Also, as a client, would you trust an agent to draft a legal contract for you and to do all the follow-ups? Of course, having someone dedicated for this is much better. Brand, this is big. When you look at the off-plan market, we've seen that it became a trend that all agents, even a small agency with 3 or 4 agents, that would pick up the phone and call clients and say, hey, I'm calling on behalf of X, Y, and Z, and they're actually representing the biggest developer in town. Now, of course, this is illegal, and we've actually seen developers circulating several times a notice to different companies that you cannot call and claim that you are actually the developer. So basically with Offplan, you as an agent, you were banking on the big brand of the developer. Today, you are dealing with individual clients who you want them to trust you, to trust walking into your office and making sure that they can place a check, a deposit, a down payment of 10% with you as a company. Are you gonna get them to a small office? Are you gonna take them to a small brand? Or are you gonna actually join forces with the biggest brand in town in order for you to give the comfort for your clients to deal with you and to deal with the brand? So brand is really important. Marketing is essential. It's not as simple as you think. It's not only portals. There's so much more to marketing. There's so much more techniques to marketing, whether we're talking about actually direct marketing or brand awareness or branding or actually direct lead generation. So as a company at Fan Properties, we've never slowed down, and I think we're doing much better with leads than we've ever done before. Also, under your brand name, the online presence of the company. When the client look up your company online, how many Google reviews they will find about you? I think as Fan Properties, we have the highest number of Google reviews and the highest rating. So this is another very essential element in the decision-making process of any client that wishes to deal with you as an agent. Last but not least, company website. This is the identity of the company. Will landlords or sellers trust you as an agent who work for a company that doesn't have a competitive website, more than trusting companies that have very well-established websites? I mean, if you look at Fan Properties' website, it speaks volumes of the amount of effort, time, and money that we've invested in the website. That shows the seriousness and that shows the long-lasting and the enduring value we continue to add to our agents, to our clients, and to the real estate market in Dubai. And I'm gonna now leave you just with two killing edges that differentiate Fan Properties from any other real estate company in Dubai, especially when it comes to the resale and to the secondary or leasing market. Number one, go to www.property-trends.com. That shows you everything you need to know in order for you to make a well-educated investment decision. And that will speak volumes of your credibility as an agent and as an agency when it comes to dealing with sellers or with buyers. And of course, all the data you see there is derived from the government of Dubai, Dubai Land Department. Add to that we've done this on a mobile application, Fan Properties mobile application, that gives you access to all the data available on propertytrends.com, as well as to every single listing and service we provide at Fan Properties. So guys, I hope that you find this beneficial. Please feel free to leave any constructive comments or any questions that you may have, and I would love to address all your questions. Stay tuned for many more to come. You are watching Straight Talk with your host, Firas Al Musaddi.